And strawberry jam might be something that you put into those mason jars. And to make the strawberry jam, we want 2 pounds of fresh strawberries, and we're going to have them hulled. And you can see the picture in the upper left-hand corner there. Those strawberries are hulled, the ones that are closest to the front, meaning that they've had the green tops cut off. We also have 4 cups of white sugar and a 1/4 cup of lemon juice, which are all a component of this recipe. We want to crush the strawberries in batches using a potato masher or a fork, and then we're going to create this lumpy mixture. We don't want to blend it or puree it because we do want some consistency to our jam. We want a little bite to it. So in a saucepan, combine all the ingredients, the strawberries, the sugar, the lemon juice, and stir it over low heat until the sugar is dissolved. Then what you're going to do is continue cooking on high heat while stirring continuously until the mixture itself is boiling. Did you know? The U.S. produces about 1 billion pounds of fruit spreads yearly. So clearly, this is something that we like to eat. Next, when we're talking about the strawberry jam, we're discussing the time and temperature. Using a thermometer, measure the temperature of the mixture. Once it reaches 220 degrees Fahrenheit, turn off the heat. Pour the mixture into the hot, sterile mason jars and put the lids on it and seal them. Refrigerate them when they're not in use. So let's review the strawberry jam recipe. What is the science behind it? Well, what's the purpose of adding sugar aside from making the jam taste delicious? Well, the sugar acts as a preservative for the jam by drawing water from the strawberry itself, and the sugar molecule will bind with that water molecule, decreasing microorganism growth. Why should we sterilize the mason jars? Like we mentioned before, the jar is sterilized to kill microorganisms on and inside that jar itself. Additionally, the strawberry jam has a water activity of 0.83 and 31% moisture. This is considered a food that is prone to spoilage. So if we're sterilizing the mason jars prior to canning, this actually prolongs the shelf life of the jam, making it safe for a longer period of time. Next, let's discuss strawberry roll-ups. And you may notice the ingredients are almost identical to the strawberry jam. We have strawberries, lemon juice, and sugar. But the strawberry roll-ups have a different water activity, so let's discuss how that happens. We're going to take and blend the strawberries in a blender or a food processor until they're completely smooth. So this is different than our jam recipe. So we want this one smooth, smooth, smooth. Then in a saucepan, we're combining those blended and pureed strawberries, the lemon juice, and the sugar. In medium-high heat, cook for 10 minutes or until the mixture is thick and has a jam-like consistency. You're going to preheat the oven to a very low temperature, 170 degrees Fahrenheit. Then we're going to line a baking tray with parchment paper. Spread the mixture evenly onto the tray, about 1/8 of an inch thick. So again, a very thin layer. And a little question, did you know the fruit roll-up brand was founded in 1983? The ones we're making, these strawberry roll-ups, are going to be homemade versions of that classic treat that people have in their lunch boxes. As we continue making the strawberry roll-ups, let's talk about the baking. We're going to bake them at that low temperature for 3 to 4 hours. And the reason we're baking them is to get water out. And we want to bake until the mixture is no longer sticky. Remove it from the oven and let it cool. Then what we want you to do is transfer to a cooking board lined with wax paper. And so we transfer it onto that, and we're going to be cutting it into long strips. Then, after we have the fruit roll-up on that paper, we're going to roll them up and make our own homemade roll-ups. So let's review the homemade strawberry roll-up recipe. What is the science behind it? For example, why is the mixture boiled before it's baked? Seems redundant, but actually the mixture is boiled to remove some of the water. By removing the water, the mixture becomes thicker, allowing for easier spreading on the baking tray and allowing us to get that classic 1/8 of an inch. Why is it baked under low temperature? Well, the purpose is not to necessarily cook the strawberry mixture. Rather, what we're doing is we're removing some of the water, making the consistency a little stiffer and easier to roll. Just a comparison between this and the jam, the strawberry roll-ups have 12% moisture content. So again, close to 1/3 or so of what we might see in that strawberry jam. Strawberry roll-ups have a water activity around 0.5. So it is going to be something that is a lot more shelf stable than that strawberry jam itself. So let's discuss it a little bit more. Respectfully, with regard to the water activity, what's the difference between the strawberry jam versus the strawberry roll-ups? Like we mentioned, both recipes use the same ingredients, just with different amounts and different cooking steps. The strawberry jam is lumpy and spreadable, while the strawberry roll-ups are solid. What causes the difference? Well, cooking causes the water activity and water content to decrease. The reason is because the cooking causes the water inside the strawberries to evaporate. That's why. So the fresh strawberries, not cooked, have a water activity of 0.98 with a moisture content of 90%. Very high moisture food product. Then we have strawberry jam, which is boiled until it reaches 220 degrees Fahrenheit and has a water activity of 0.83 and 31% moisture content. And lastly, in comparison, the strawberry roll-ups are boiled and then baked for several hours and have a water activity of 0.5 with 12% moisture content. So as you can see, fresh strawberries, even if kept in the refrigerator, would have a shorter shelf life than the strawberry jam, which would have a shorter shelf life comparatively to strawberry roll-ups if we kept them in that same refrigerator.